गुड मॉर्निंग फ्रेंड्स। आज हम सेल्सफोर्स में एडमिन के इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चन देखते हैं जो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस है। ये क्वेश्चन आपको इंटरव्यू क्रैक करने में हेल्पफुल हो सकते हैं। तो क्वेश्चन स्टार्ट करते हैं फ्रेंड्स। व्हाट इज द प्रोफाइल्स? Profile and roles work together to determine which records user can see and what they can do with them. Profile are the always required and control which object feeds user can access. They also determine the whether users can create the edit and delete records. Next questions. What is the roles? Roles are the technically optional, but it's a good practice to use them. Role are the predominantly about the sharing records to users. When organization-wide default sharing is set to lower than public reads write for object, you can use role in sharing rules to determine which records and whether there are read-only read-write that users can view. Role also we have a hierarchy like the organization charts so that sharing can cascade behind records users need, but also they manage to access their team records. Next questions. What is the permission set? Permission set are the old on to profile. They generally have to some setting and are used to increase users permissions above what the profiles provides. The benefit is that you can give the users slightly the different permission without having a create separate profiles. This reduces overhead for the administrations. It is useful to the thing of profile as the base set of the permission that many users have in common will permission set are that is extra permission that is fewer users needs. You can also the group multiple permission set and together by jobs function view. Next questions. What is the public groups? Public groups are the similar to the rows. What is the permission set are two profiles. Administrations can create a group of users having the individually by rows to be able to share the record to them. And common use case is to share records to users to similar level set directors as there are properly directors spare the thought out of generations. They are not likely to be the under each others in the role hierarchy, but an admin could create a public group with all of the director roles in it and share records to the groups. Next question. What is the quick? Quick are the similar is a public group that is they are bespoke grouping of the user's name and individually view the roles but are used quick are the similar public groups in that they are bespoke grouping of user name and individually or view roles but they are the use for card ownership rather than sharing roles. The classic use is a case of whether you want to assign and open on the team of peoples. So that is whoever is available first handed. It is a quick are the available on all custom object and the many standard object. Next questions. What is the lookup relationship? Lookup relationship allow you to the release records to each others, create a parents child's schema. Generally is this is a done of between this is done between the different objects such as account as a contact but can be the one object such as a parents account. Relationship feeds allow you for users specify how to records affect each other and help with reporting. Next question. What is a master trace relationship? Master details relationship are the similar to the lookup relationship but have a five special features. First, master details allow for the roll-up summary fields and to be the created. This is a relationship type of the also effect and security in that is that the details or chats records does not have a records owner. It is a it inherit. It is a visibility for master or parents records that can be the every beneficial or limitation depending on your the case. Next question, what is the roll-up summary feeds? Roll-up summary feeds is available on the master sites of the details relationship. It is allow the administration to the region aggregate and data from related details records, count them some numeric value of the them, it in real time ability to have a roll-up summary feeds. It it is the top reason way you ID consider master details relationship. Next question, what are the different type of the fields? The fields type of the find the type of the information you expect users to enter for the fields. Example include the text number, data and currency. It implement of the two match fields type of the data because it affect your the ability to the reports and analyze the data. For example, you could store the number in the text fields, but that is could make the performing calculations on them needs challenging. Next questions, what are the validation rules? Validation rules allow you to the enforce specific business logic to help with your the organization data integrity. You can specify the condition of the on an object that is are not allowed to the exit. For example, you don't want to the users to mark an opportunity as a close one to if the accounts does not have a billing address. You can the address and validations rules so that when you users tried it want to the update and opportunity records and the display and errors message explaining the what they can need to do. Next questions, what is the flow? Flow is an admin the primary declarative automations tools. Flow can be perform the actions such as creating, updating, and deleting records, as well as sending the emails and outbound the messages, launching the all this flow and calling the Apex code. Flow is also the only declarative automation the tools that is allowed to allow admin to the world custom screen to the interact with the users and can greatly improve the user's experience. Next question, it is the problem to have a multiple flow and flow on the same object. Wheel that may have been the true once it is no longer it is with flow interhead as the primary declarative the automation tools there will be the enhanced when flow are triggers on of the same object. Next questions, what is the approval process? An approval process is a very flow specific automation use cases. Uh, Naturally, it is used to when do something that need to the approve and track when and who approve on the rejected something. It is a cover notifying the approver, locking the records, some fields, conditions, logic for the who should approve and the while approve the model for example all the approvals and any approvals. Next questions, what is the Apex? Apex is a language in which Salesforce code is writing will to the tools developer more than is a admin. It is a important to the now that code can execute your the org to the do pretty much anything you needs. What is the experience the clouds? Experience clouds formally community is the way to the allow your the customers and the partners to the access your the Salesforce org With this special license, they can have a user's account and patient's account, patient access portal customized with the heavy of lighting the features that can be the configured without any codes. It is also the very simple to lie in the security so that is can be only see is edit to object and the records you want to then check out of the expense cloud basic the threaded models for the features content. Next questions. What is the what are the guest users? Guest users are the people without users account in your the ORG. They are the, also the call and unauthorized authorization and users because they don't need to the log in. You can make page and data public available. These users can even the created or edit records. Next questions. AppExchange. What is the difference between the manage and unmanage the package? Application is installed from the AppExchange are in the form of package collection of the element required to the make the app functions correctly. The creator of the app decide to whether the package is managed or not. At a high level, unmanaged package once installed behave like the things you have create users yourself in the ORG, whereas the compounds of managed package are the locked down from the being the edited kind of the like app you are installed on your the smartphones. Next questions. Change management. What is the change set? Will not the exactly the same as a app exchange package. Change set is a kit similar is a collection of the compounds that you want to the migrate between the related org, generally from of the sandbox to productions, but also the sandbox to the sandbox and other the or configurations. Next questions. What are the different type of the sandbox? There are developers pro partials and full sandbox. The difference is what is include the sandbox when it is created and refresh the developer once you have no data entirely. They differ in the amount of data it is can be the content and the portal and full start will be some of your the productions data. It is important to the note that can be also the refer how often they can be refreshed and developer daily portal every 5 day and every full every 90 days. And user experience. Next questions. What are the records type? Records type allow you to the create separate kinds of the records for each object. They control the page layout, the picklist value available and other business logic. A good example is a call centers. UID, your ID likely the need to different fields visible and required for the case and involving customers and mortgage compared to the car loans. Here is the tips. Almost always the creator records type when or make create new the object even if the only planning to the us on type of it is a so much either to the add second and when you need to the go to back and introduce the records type to the object already the records. Next questions. What are the list view? List view are the queries you can the present to the users help them review. They records what interest that interest them must often found when they can click on of the tab in the app, but they could also but destroy in the lightning compounds on the other language page. List view can be filters how to they are the needed and display which columns are the relevant users can also pin near the different list view the each tabs. Next question, what are the reports and dashboards? Report are similar to the list view, but they can do so much more. They can create group records and create summaries. Dashboards allow for visualizations of data. Next questions, what is the page layout? At a high level, a page layout control which fields are visible for specific records, but they control more than is. They can also control which fields eligibles are required. The additionally page layout control the buttons and records list and some other element too. What is the what are the lightning page out? Lightning the compounds. Lightning compounds are where the magic of the lightning experience really come like they are model features then be edited move or rearrange on lightning the page and they are the records page charters element and highlight the panel path the display. Next questions, data management. What is the data loaders? They are a lot of the way to the input and export data is bulk from the Salesforce, including import wizard, exporting the reports and the third-party tools such as the data loaders. But the Salesforce data loaders is the original. It is a downloadable client application that is free and provide all of the options you need. You may want to be take the look of the data management thread head thread head models. Next question, what is the custom metadata types? Once or tools primary for developers custom metadata types of the increasingly become useful for admin. The custom metadata is kind of the custom object, but rather than store the data for your the organization, it is a data about the your the organization. Things like the discount rate, blackout date, sales goals, it are good users cases. The metadata becomes available to you. Formula automations also become it is a metadata and a non-data. It is a automatically available in the sandbox. You can create the refresh. Next questions. We have time-based the workflow and there is an action schedule to be the executed if we activate the workflow and schedule actions will be the removed from the queries not. Even after the deactivating the workflow, it is a action will not be the remove. It is a still action in the queue. Next questions, we have time-based the workflow and there is a action schedule to be the execute can be deleted in the workflow. It is not possible to the workflow when the workflow is having any pending time is dependent actions. Next questions, how to clear the time-based workflow actions queue. You can clear time-based the workflow actions quick in two web ways. They are make the criteria false, removing the shadows action from the quick. What is the workflow feeds and update? Feeds update in workflow and the approve the process specify the feeds that is we want to the update and inserting the new value of it depending the on of the fields type, we can choose the following the options. They are applied to the basic value, make the value blank, calculated the value based on of the formula you can create. Next question, what is the time-based dependent workflow? Time-dependent workflow are not the execute and independently. Time-independent workflow remain constant in the workflow peak as long as the workflow rules criteria is a valid. Next questions, time dependent workflow and considerations. When depending time the dependent workflow in Salesforce we have to the use standard and custom data and date and time fields defined in fourth object. Next questions, limitation of the time dependent workflow. When defining time dependent workflow in the Salesforce, we have to the use standard and custom date and time fields defined to four objects. And next question, which criteria of the formula time dependent workflow actions and cannot be the created and every times it is a edited. Next questions, when you cannot be add the time dependent actions in the workflow rules, time dependent actions in the workflow rules cannot be added when the following actions take the place when the workflow rules and is active, when the workflow rules is deactivated and has a pending the action in the peak, when the workflow rules criteria or the records is set to created and every times it is edited, when the workflow rules is included in the package. Next questions, what is the analytical snapshot is Salesforce.com's analytical snapshot with Salesforce are used to create the reports. Next question, what is the workflow? Salesforce workflow is a business logic evolutions the records as they are created and updated in the object to apply the automated process and like the assigning tasks, emails, feeds, and update and the outbound messages sending. Next question, different workflow compounds and Oracle in the Salesforce. Salesforce.com is a workflow consist of five the compounds. They are workflow rules, workflow task, workflow MS alert, workflow feeds update, workflow outbound message. Next question, what are the different type of the actions available in the Salesforce? Task, emails, alert, feeds, page layouts, feeds, update, and outbound message. Next question, what is a workflow task? Workflow task is a Salesforce are used to assign to the task user. Using the task, we can specify the subject, status, priority, and due date of the task. Task are the workflow and approve the actions that are the triggers by the workflow rules and approve the process. Next question, what is the workflow alert? Email alert is one of the actions used in workflow and approval that they are used to generate emails and template by workflow rules and approve the process and send to the digitations and recipient. We can send workflow email alert to users contact having and validate the email address. Next questions, what is the profiles? Profile are those where the defined users to the perform the different function like the setting and permission is the Salesforce. It is another way to the district contract access to the particular the records. Next question, what is the profile are the two type standard profiles and custom profiles. Standard profiles created by host.com are the called standard profiles. Custom profiles Salesforce create custom profiles. Profile created by the users are the core in custom profiles. And role hierarchy setting make the managers and the subordinate to edit and view the reports. The users in the hierarchy can be able to view, edit, and the reports all of the data shares to create out the roles and services in setup and manage the user's roles. Next question, difference between the roles and the profiles. Roles using we can provide records, leave the access like the organization by default. Role hierarchy, sharing rules and the manual sharing simply rules influence records level the access. And profiles using profile object level and the fields level access can be made like the general the permission tab levels. Permission to the right permission state. Next question, number of the standard profiles available in the Salesforce.coms. In Salesforce, we have two six standard profile. They are standard users, solution managers, marketing users, and read only and system administrations. Next questions. What are the different type of the relationship and SRBC? What are they? There are four type of the relationship in the Salesforce.com. They are a master data relationship, lookup the relationship, many to many relationship, and hierarchy relationship. We can not use the relationship. Next question, what is the lookup relationship? No parents are required. Relationship are optional. No impact in security. Rollup summary fits in cannot be the available. And 25 lookup the relationship can be the created one of object. Next questions, what is the master data relationship? We can we create the master data relationship using the junction object and Salesforce. In Salesforce, child's records must we have associated parents, cased records level security, cased the records of deletions. Rollup summary fields can be the established. Standard object cannot be details object. Standard object can be master object. Maximum to master details relationship can be the created to be object. Records can be parents. Next questions. In case the master details relationship, all object of the child's records can be updated the child's on of parents records using the workflow rules. Uh, yes, we can update the fields of parents records using the workflow rules. Next question, what happened to records? Next questions, what happened to child's records when a records deleted in the lookup relationship? Child's records are not deleted. Next question, custom object contains some records. Now my the requirement is to create fields in this object with the master details relationship. No, we can now create the master details relationship. First, lookup the relationship and the associated look fields for every parent's records, and then convert this to master details relationship. Next question, can we create both master details relationship and lookup the relationship at a time? Yes, we can create. Next questions, what are the different kinds of the reports? There are three types of reports in the Salesforce.com. They are tabular reports, summary reports, and matrix reports. Next question, what are the standard reports? Standard reports in the Salesforce are those provided by the Salesforce.coms. This type of the reports cannot be deleted and used primary for the creating custom reports. Next questions, what are the custom reports? The data is a display in the form of a list. In the tabular reports, custom data is arranged with the out subtotals. Next questions. What is the summary report? Summary reports is in Salesforce are those where the data is a display in the form of the summary format, the shorting the subtotals of the data can be available in these reports. Next question, what is the matrix reports? Matrix reports is a Salesforce are those where the data is arranged in the grid in format having the row and columns. Data is arranged vertically in the horizontally the tables like the Excel format. Next question, what is the trend reports? Trend reports in the Salesforce are those which display vertically data. Trend reports are used to analyze which fields contain data that we want to the leave out. Next question, what are the custom report types? Custom report types Salesforce allow to build framework in the reports wizard when the creating and custom reports. This is a custom reports can be the created and between the standard and custom object. Next question, who can run reports? A Salesforce.com's most reports run the automatically when we click on of the reports name. If we want to the run reports, click on of the run reports to run automatically. Next questions, what is the bucket fields in the reports? Salesforce reports, the bucket fields are used to categorize reports and records. When we use bucket fields in the reports, there is a no need of the creating the format of the custom fields. Next question, it is a possible to delete reports using the data loaders? No, it is not possible to the delete reports using the data loaders. Next question, what are the dashboards? Salesforce dashboards are the graphical representation and the visual presentation of the reports data in the Salesforce. Next question, what are the different dashboards compounds? Salesforce dashboards compounds are used to the represent data. Salesforce dashboards have some visual representation and compounds like graph and charts, tables, matrix, and the visual first page. We can up to the 20 compounds in the single dashboards. Next questions. What is the self relationship? Self relationship is the nothing but is a creating the relationship between the two some object. This is self is a look up the relationship to the same object. Next question, what is the roll-up summary? Roll-up summary feeds is a Salesforce calculated value from the set of the related records. Next question, define the various charters of roll-up summary feeds. Roll-up summary feeds can be the created only object which is a create refers as an object with or master data relationship feeds. Rollup summary feeds can be created for the master data relationship. Rollup summary feeds can be the created to the lookup relationship. Derive the data from the chats object. We cannot change the feeds type of the feeds that we reference in the rollup summary feeds. Auto numbers are not available there. Here, roll-up summary feeds are not available in the mapping feeds on the covered feeds. Next question, list out of the function of the roll-up summary feeds. Count is it is a calculated the total number of the related records. Sum, it is a total that is value of the selected fields. Minimum display lowest value. Maximum display the highest value. Next questions, what is a many-to-many relationship of the Salesforce? Many-to-many relationship between the two object can be the created junction object in used to create and many-to-many relationship. Junction object can be also the call and join object. Junction object link each object in many-to-many relationship. Next questions, what is the self relationship? Self relationship is nothing but is creating the relationship between the two some object. This is self relationship. Look up the relation to the some object. Next question, what is the roll-up summary? Roll-up summary feeds is a Salesforce calculated value from of the set of the related records. Next question, what is it? Define the virus and charters roll-up summary feeds. Roll-up summary feeds is created and only one object and refer the object which with a master details relationship feeds. Roll-up summary feeds can only create a master details relationship. Roll-up summary feeds cannot be created the lookup relationship. Drive the data in from the child's object. And next question, a list out of the function rollup summary feeds. Next questions, it is a possible is edit rollup summary feeds value in the records. No, rollup summary feeds are read only feeds are they are cannot be edited. Next question, it is a possible to the create rollup summary feeds parents object. Yes, we can the create a rollup summary feeds to the parents object only with master details relationship between the object. Next question, what is the junction object? In Salesforce, junction object are the part of the object which join the object and to another. These are the specifically used to the join to many object to the many to many relationship. Next question, what are the main things need to the consider the master trace relationship? Case said on deletions of the child's records done when the parents' records is deleted in the master details relationship. Next question, can we the create the master details relationship on the exiting the records? Yes, it is a possible to the create and master details relationship when exiting the records. First, we have to the create lookup relationship to the records, then convert to the master details relationship. How to create a many-to-many relationship between the two objects? Many-to-many relationship can be created and using the junction object. Next questions. What are the dynamic dashboards? Dynamic dashboard is a Salesforce display set of the matrix that we want to the across all the level of your the organization enterprise. Editions can use 5 the dynamic dashboards and the unlimited editions can be used train dashboards. Next question, can we the schedule dynamic dashboards? No, we can the not the schedule the dynamic dashboards for the refresh. It is a must to be done manually. Next question, explain the dynamic dashboard. Dynamic dashboard is a Salesforce display set of the matrix that is we want to the across all level of your the organization. Dynamic dashboards in the Salesforce are created to the provide security setting for the dashboards in the Salesforce.com. We may have a requirement is the organization to have you all data by the every users in the organization according to their access. We have select run as login the users. There are two setting option in the dashboards. They are run specified users, run as a login the run as a login as the users. Next question, who can the access drag and drop dashboards? Users who have a permission in the manage dashboards can access drag and drop dashboards. Next question, which type of the reports can be the used for the dashboards components? Summary reports and the matrix reports are the use for the dashboards components. Next questions, how can use the term transfer the records in the profiles? Transfer records in the type of the permission based permission in the Salesforce. If the users given the access and transfer records, the users will have a ability to transfer the records which have a records access. Next question, tell me about the company profiles. Salesforce.com's company provides the consent of the information the about language. We saw here the address and the currencies. Next questions, how to get security token the Salesforce.com. To get the security token is Salesforce.com. Go to the your the name and person reset many security tokens. Next question, what is the fiscal year the Salesforce? Fiscal year the fiscal years in the Salesforce used to the define the starting and ending the date of the organization the functional financials year. Fiscal years of the Salesforce are to the type of the there are standard fiscal years to change the starting months of the fiscal year. This type of is used. And next, custom fiscal years. We can set up the custom fiscal years date and like the quarter, the week. Next questions. What is the dependent picklist? Dependent picklist allow you to contain the multiply value of the picklist value among with of the multiply value or among with dependent fields and dependent upon the controlling the fields. Next question, what is the page layout and the records type? Page layout, the customization can be the done like that feeds, related feeds, custom feeds can be the arranged. Next question, records type. A records type in the Salesforce help in the implementation the business process like the defining the pick list value for the standard and custom pick list. Next question is how to the delete user and from the Salesforce. Salesforce.com the deleting users is not possible, but the users can be the deactivated by the phrasing that users in Salesforce. To deleted deactivated users, go to the setup administration and manage the users and user click of phrase. Next question, how to the phrase users in the Salesforce.com. Salesforce.com deleting users are not possible, but user can be the activated freezing the user in the Salesforce. Next questions, what is the sharing rules? Sharing rules are in the Salesforce represent the permission and our expectations to use the organization by using the sharing rules. We have grant access to the edit and read write permission to the users and sharing rules of two types of the their manual sharings and automatic sharings. Next question: what is the manual sharings? Manual sharing is a process of the sharing records manually. Next questions: what is the permission set? Permission set is a Salesforce.com or combination of the different setting and permission set given the users to the access records and files. Note: manual sharing is available for only the organization wide default the setting are provided to the object. Next questions, different between the profiles and the permission set. Permission set is this is a permission set of the we define the access level of the users. Generally, we have determined what users can do with the applications. These are used to the grant additionally permissions to users. Profiles, object level security profiles are arranged assigned to the users by system administration. The profile can be assigned to the many to users and where the users can have only one profiles. Next question: how can you define the field dependency? Field dependency we have to the fields controlling the fields and the dependent fields. When a selection is made, the controlling the field controls dependent picklist and value. When a country is selected as a dependent picklist, then the state of the variable that can be country. Here is country is controlling the fields and state in the dependent fields. Next question: how many fields and dependent we can use in the visual post page? Can we can use of the 10 fields dependent in the visual post page. Next question: tell me about the fields level security. Fields level security we control the users what to see delete and particular fields in the object. Next questions, briefly describe about the field level security. Field level security to control the users and what to see, edit and delete the particular fields in the object. In some situations, like if we want to grant access the controlling over the object to the users and but the users should not be the able access some particular fields in the object, then we go to the fields level the security. Fields level security can be the controlling by profile and permission set, profiles, page layout, IP range, login hours, desktop, client access, permission set, app permissions, records type, tab setting, assign tab, and object permission and field level security and Apex classes, visual force page. थैंक यू सो मच फ्रेंड्स। अभी जो हमने अभी ये क्वेश्चन लिए है जो सेल्सफोर्स एडमिन के लिए वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट है और आपको ये क्वेश्चंस इंटरव्यू क्रैक करने में हेल्पफुल हो सकते हैं। और अगर मेरा चैनल आपको पसंद आता है मेरे चैनल को लाइक और सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलिएगा। तो मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में। थैंक यू, बाय बाय, टेक केयर फ्रेंड्स।